Hare Krishna, Giriraj Prabhuji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Pranam, Prabhuji.
Pronounce all glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Let me read this one. Daily Japa motivation. Constant chanting of the holy name will make one free of offenses. Constant chanting will make one free from offenses, and then he will gradually be elevated to the transcendental platform on which he can chant the pure holy name and thus become a lover of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.23. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. The only remedy is continuous chanting. Through the chanting itself, it frees free from all the offenses, Nama Parada, Nama Bhasa, and ultimately situated to Shuddha Nama. Only that is the remedy. Continuous chanting, even though we are doing offensive chanting right now, still continuation. That itself uh, get rid of offensive chanting and Nama Bhasa chanting. Yeah, with Mangala Charana prayers, let us read. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Actually, anyway, tomorrow is Gaur Purnima, and tomorrow we have regular, a big group satsang call. Ililam Prabhu is going to discuss about the pastimes of Lord Gauranga and Gaura Purnima.
Morning, normal
Huh?
morning class or evening?
Tomorrow morning class, morning japa, Mangalarati, morning Mangalarati japa, and then glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the occasion of Gaura Purnima tomorrow. In the temple, we have festival from evening, from 5:30 p.m. to till 9:30. In ISKCON Abbots Temple, we have a program. And Saturday, we all have big festival in the evening in Green Grace. Festival of deities. Close to 11 families who are having Gaurnita deities. So they bring all Gaurnita and their dressings and our paraphernalia. And we are celebrating a combined all deities Abhishekam, Arati, Pushpa Abhishekam, and Prabhuji. Vedanta Chaitanya Prabhu is one of ISKCON leader, HTMC leader, now the president, Abbots Temple. So he is going to come and give the discourse and through kirtans. We is a big celebration on Saturday evening 5:30 onwards at Green Ways Club. So yesterday I put message, just read some of the mercy, Lord Chaitanya's mercy in 10 topics. Let us read today. Okay, so at least we prepare our consciousness and we remember Lord Chaitanya's mercy. This is one of the lecture, and after lecture he has composed this article in his website, or Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, Subodhini guides and all. He lives in GEV as a brahmachari. He's a great scholar. IISc. He is from IISc, Indian Institute of Science. So he surrendered his life and completely dedicated all of his time and all of his energies uh, to serve Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON movement. So today we are reading 10 characteristics of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. One will read. Okay, so first let me read. Let's start with this. The devotees of Lord Krishna become ecstatic and extremely joyful by rendering loving devotional service unto him. Once Krishna himself became desirous of experiencing their happiness. Krishna himself desires. So he concluded that unless he adopts the mood of a devotee, he cannot experience the happiness of a devotee. The topmost devotee of Lord Krishna is Srimati Radharani. So Lord Krishna has accepted the emotion and complexion of Radharani and became Lord Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself, but in the form and mood of a devotee. By becoming a devotee, the Lord personally performed Bhakti Yoga and taught it to the humanity. A devotee is more merciful than the Lord. Thus, in the form of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Krishna is most merciful, Mahavadanyaya, even towards the most sinful people. While Krishna killed unscrupulous people, Lord Chaitanya transformed them. He bestowed Nama, holy name of God, and Prema, love of God, even to the most fallen. And no other incarnation exhibits such a high level of causeless mercy. Swarup Damodar Goswami, one of the most confidential associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, offered a prayer to the Lord when he met him first time at Jagannath Puri. In that prayer, he described 10 characteristics of Lord Chaitanya's divine mercy as follows. So, very close associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar Goswami, is describing the mercy in 10 characteristics. Let us directly read this. Chaitanya Charitamrita 10:11 and Sri Chaitanya Chandogya Nataka 8:10. Right. So let me read and I will over to you. So we'll read one characteristic of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Let there be Lord Chaitanya's mercy, Sri Chaitanya Daya Nidhe Tavadaya Bhuyad, which Hela Huddunita Khedaya drives away material lamentation, Vishadaya purifies everything, Pronmilat Amodaya awakens transcendental bliss, Samyat Shastra Vividaya mitigates the disagreements of scriptures, Rasadaya distributes all transcendental mellows, Chitta Arpita Unmadaya causes jubilation of heart, Shashvat Bhakti Vinodaya always stimulates devotional service, Sa Madaya along with full ecstasy and joy, Madhurya Maryadaya glorifies the limit of conjugal love. Amanda Udaya, an awakening of good fortune. So the following is a short description of the above 10 aspects of Lord Chaitanya's divine mercy. So let us read one. Okay. So start with the Mataji's. Deepa Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Drives away lamentation. One of the characteristics of Bhakti's Kleshagni, that is pure devotional service, drives away all miseries, kleshas. Lord Chaitanya appeared to teach everyone the process of Bhakti Yoga. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, a scholarly devotee of Lord Chaitanya, praises him as follows in his Sachi Shutastkam. Satatam Janata Bhavatapaharam Param.
ఇది ఒక పాటలా ఉంటుంది మాతాజీ, నేను పాడదా, మీరు సతతం జనతా భవతాపహరం పరమార్థ పరాయణ లోకగతిం నవలేహకరం జగతాపహరం ప్రణమామి సచేసుత గౌరవరం ప్రణమామి సచేసుత గౌరవరం Pranamami Sachesuta Gauravaram. Continue, please.
Always removing the sufferings of material existence for mankind. He is the goal of life for persons who are dedicated to their supreme interest. He inspires men to become like honeybees, eager for the honey of Krishna Prema. He removes the burning fever of the material world. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. Once a great Brahmana named Vasudeva was suffering from leprosy. His body was filled with living worms, and as soon as one would fall from his body, he would pick it up and place it back again in the same location. Hearing that Lord Chaitanya had come to a place called Kurma Kshetra, Vasudeva came to see him at the house of Kurma Brahmana. However, Lord Chaitanya had already left and Vasudeva fell to the ground unconscious. When Vasudeva was thus lamenting since he was not able to see Lord Chaitanya, the Lord immediately came to that spot and embraced him. Thus both his leprosy and distress went away and his body became beautiful. Vasudeva prayed, O merciful Lord, such mercy exists not in the ordinary jivas, but only in you. Upon seeing me, even a sinful person goes away due to my bad bodily odor. Yet you have touched me. Such is the independent behavior of the Supreme Lord. Lord Chaitanya, being very compassionate towards Vasudeva, cured him of leprosy and transformed him into a beautiful man satisfied with devotional service. Thus he became known as Vasudevamrita Prada. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Vasudeva Amrita Prada drives away lamentation by associating Lord. Yeah. Second one, yeah. Samyukta Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Yeah,
Purifies everything. The next facet of Lord Chaitanya's mercy is Siva. Sorry, Prabhuji, my voice is not that good. Prabhuji.
Yeah. It's okay, Mataji. If you want to give it to somebody, you want to hearing more, or you want to read, it's up to you. Mother, you want to hear? You wanted to?
Yes, Prabhuji. I can hear, Prabhuji.
Yeah, you can hear. Sure. Then Sandhya Mata also hearing more. Raju Prabhu, please go ahead.
Purifies everything. The next facet of Lord Chaitanya's mercy is Visadaya. It purifies everything. Lord Chaitanya showed that ultimate method of purifying oneself to the people in Kali Yuga by inaugurating the process of chanting the holy name of the Krishna. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. By chanting Krishna's names, the mirror of one's heart is cleansed. Srila Narottama Dasa Thakura sings the glories of Lord Chaitanya. Patita Pavana Hetu Tavavatara. Patita Pavana Hetu Tavahavatara. Oh my Lord, you have appeared just to deliver the fallen souls. Mosama Patita Prabhu Na Paibe Ara. And among all the fallen souls, I am the lowest. Thus, one who seeks the purification and upliftment from one's fallen condition must take shelter of Lord Chaitanya. Kumanaha su manasvattam hi yati yasa padabhojaya padabjayo sumano rapram matrena tam Chaitanya Prabhu bhaje. In the above verse, Kaviraja Goswami glorifies the Lord Chaitanya as one who purifies the most impure-minded ardent materials into pure-minded devotees, even if they just offer a flower to his lotus feet. Chaitanya Charitam Adilila 15.1. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you. Akinchan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Please read this.
Awaken transcendental bliss. Awakens transcendental bliss. Another aspect of Lord Chaitanya mercy is provilayat amodhaya. It awakens the transcendental bliss. Lord Chaitanya, along with his associates, perform Sankirtan, the congregational chanting of holy names of the Krishna, and plundered the storehouse of the love of God and distributed its contents to everyone indiscriminately. Loving devotion to Sri Krishna is achieved through Sankirtana, which is the essence of the bliss. Nama Sankirtana Sabha Ananda Swarupa. CC Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 1.96. Krishna Name Ananda Sindhu Avadhana Brahmanda Tara Age Katodhaka Sama. Compared to the ocean of the transcendental bliss that one tastes by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, The pleasure derived from the impersonal Brahman realization. Brahmana is like the shallow water in the canal. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 7.97. During his South Indian tour, Lord Chaitanya met various people and delivered them by inducing them to chant the holy names of the Krishna in bliss. When such people who became devotees meet other people, they induce them also to chant in ecstasy. Thus, thousands and thousands of people blissfully chanted the holy names of Krishna by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Right.
Hare Krishna. Awakens transcendental bliss through chanting the holy names of the Lord. Right. Thank you, Prabhu. Lovish Prabhu. Lovish Prabhu. Then Praveen Prabhu or Arya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Mitigates disagreements of scriptures. Another wonderful feature of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is Samyat Shastra Vivadya. It mitigates the disagreements of scriptures. The scriptures sometimes present Abheda Vakyas or statements affirming that all things are one with God, but is dependent being his dependent expansions. The scriptures also contain many Veda Vakyas or statements that affirm the unique, distinguishing qualities of the Supreme Lord, different from his expansions or energies. Thus, some Upanishadic mantras emphasize the sameness of God and his creation, while others speak about their difference. Different philosophers consider these statements according to their own conceptions. The impersonalists read the Veda Vakyas literally and accept the Veda Vakyas only in a figurative way. On the other hand, some philosophers emphasize only the Veda Vakasyan.
Yes.
Only the Vakasyan explain that the Supreme Lord is totally
Ready.
different from the creation and the living entities. Reconciling these apparent contradictions in the scriptural statements, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu propounded the Achintya Bheda Tattva, the simultaneous oneness and difference between the Lord and his energies, which is inconceivable. The Supreme Lord is an energetic person, and from him emanates all his energies that include the creation and the living entities. Without the energetic person, there is no existence for the energy. Without energy, there is no meaning for an energetic person. Thus, the energy and the energetic are one, yet they exist separately, and this is inconceivable to a common man. Srila Prabhupada writes, "We are all one with Him, Supreme Lord. Just as the gold ornaments are one with quality with the stock gold, but the individual gold ornaments is never equal in quantity with the stock gold. Stock gold is never exhausted, even if innumerable ornaments are emanating from the stock, because the stock is
Purnam.
Purnam,
Purnam.
Purnam complete, even if Purnam is deducted from the Purnam, still the supreme Purnam remains the same Purnam. This fact is inconceivable to our present imperfect senses. Lord Chaitanya therefore defined his theory of philosophy as, as achintya, inconceivable, and as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita's, well as in the Bhagavatam. Lord Chaitanya's theory of achintya Bheda Tattvas is the perfect philosophy of the absolute truth. Even Bhagavatam 2.6.16.4. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Some, space is missing, Prabhu, in words. Let us read like that. Thank you. So here, Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Prabhupada is given example of gold ornaments and stock of gold. And here, energies come from energetic person. So both are, this philosophy is called Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Simultaneously, oneness and difference between Lord and his energies, which is inconceivable. Which inconceivable means we cannot perceive things through our blunt senses, and so that's a thing. His energies are unlimited, expansions are unlimited. So all come from the source, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Yeah. Right. Praveen Prabhu, please go ahead. Fifth one.
Prabhuji. Distribute transcendental mellows. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, out of his causeless mercy, descended to distribute the transcendental mellows, Rasa Daya, to the people in this world. Thus, Kaviraj Goswami prayed as follows: Anarpita charim chirat karunaya tinaha kalau samarpayetum antayojwala rasam sava bhakti asriyam. Lord Chaitanya has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before. The most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. CC Chaitanya Charamrit Adi Leela 1.4. Before the creation of this cosmic manifestation, the Supreme Lord enlightened the heart of Lord Brahma with the details of the creation and manifested the Vedic knowledge. In exactly the same way, the Lord Chaitanya, being anxious to revive the lost Vrindavan pastime of Lord Krishna, Rasa Kelis, impregnated the heart of Srila Rupa Goswami with spiritual potency. By this potency, Rupa Goswami could revive the Krishna's Vrindavan pastime that were almost lost to memory. In this way, he spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Chaitanya Charamrit Madhya Leela 19.1. Brindavanyam Rasa Keli Bharatam Kalena Luptam Nicha Saktim Utkaha Sansara Rupe Vyattonat Punha Sa Prabhur Bidhau Prag Eva Loka Srishtim. At Prayaga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave his teaching to Rupa Goswami on the process of devotional service and the knowledge of primary and secondary rasas or transcendental mellows in one's relationship with Krishna along with their symptoms. At Varanasi, Lord Chaitanya gave his more elaborate teaching to Sanatana Goswami, enlightening him on various rasa apart from various other aspects of bhakti. Thus, Lord Chaitanya distributed the knowledge of rasa to this world through Rupa and Sanatana Goswamis, who further explained them by writing devotional scriptures. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Lavish Prabhu, were you able to read?
Sorry, Prabhuji, I'm driving today.
Okay. Sure. Then again, let us read one more time. Nobody is there. Okay. Let me read. 6.1. Causes jubilation of heart. 6.1. Lord Chaitanya's mercy also causes jubilation of heart. Chittarpita Unmadaya. Hearing all his activities filled with compassion and affection causes the greatest happiness to the hearer. Thus, Kaviraja Goswami urges the readers of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the description of the merciful activities of Lord Chaitanya, to study and hear it with great attention to attain jubilation. Shruyatam nityam, giyatam muda. Chintyatam bhaktas Chaitanya Charitamritam. Nice verse. O devotees, may the transcendental life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always be heard, chanted and meditated upon with great happiness. Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 12.1. Nice. Shruyatam nityam, giyatam muda, chintayam bhaktas Chaitanya Charitamritam. Very good. Nice. Madhuri, here again we'll read. 7th one. Take it.
Always stimulates devotional service. Lord Chaitanya's mercy always stimulates devotional service. Shashwat Bhakti Vinodaya in the hearts of those who come in contact with him. Every living entity has an eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord Krishna. However, due to the covering of Maya or the illusory energy, the conditioned soul has forgotten that relationship. By the performance of Bhakti Yoga, one can revive that relation. And Lord Chaitanya mercifully descended to teach Bhakti Yoga, by which one identifies oneself as an eternal servant of Lord Krishna and acts accordingly. Thus, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya extols him as follows. Is this also a song, Prabhuji? Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga Sikshartham Eka Purusha Purana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sharira Dhari Kripam Budhiryas Tamaham Prapatye. Let me take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, who has descended in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to teach us real knowledge, his devotional service and detachment from whatever does not foster Krishna consciousness. He has descended because he is the ocean of transcendental mercy. Let me surrender unto his lotus feet. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 6.254. Lord Chaitanya also preached bhakti, especially that which is performed following in the footsteps of Brajavasis. Through the Goswamis, Brajera Nigudha Bhakti Karila Prachara. When Lord Chaitanya met his devotees or bade him farewell, he fervently urged them to perform devotional service unto Krishna, which includes chanting his names and worshipping him. Hare Krishna.
Thank you much. Thank you, Raju Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Bhavani.
Yeah.
It one bestows full ecstasy and joy. As Lord Chaitanya simulates devotional service in the heart of a suffering conditioned soul in the world, he simultaneously bestows the ecstasy and joy, samadaya, that accompanies bhakti. The conditioned living entity artificially identifies oneself as the master, enjoyer, controller, and the proprietor of this world. However, by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, one can give up such false identity by performing Krishna Bhakti. Being a loving servant of Krishna is the original constitutional position of every living entity, as Lord Chaitanya himself taught. Jivera Sarupa hai Krishnaya Nityadasa. Chaitanya Charitam Madhya Leela 2108. A drop of joy, ecstasy of serving Krishna cannot be compared to be an ocean of happiness that one gets by merging into the impersonal Brahman. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 6.44. Lord Chaitanya himself tasted the nectar of Krishna's Premanand inspires
Prema
others.
and Prema.
Oh, sorry, Prema.
and,
Krishna Prema and inspires others also to taste the same. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanyam Krishna Bhavamrutam hi yaha Ashwadhyavya Dhan Dayan Bhaktan Prema Diksham Asikshayat. Let me offer respectful obeisance unto the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who personally tasted the nectar of ecstatic love for Krishna and then instructed his devotees how to taste it. Thus, highlighted them about ecstatic love of Krishna to initiate them to transcendental knowledge. Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 16.1. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Akin Chandra.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, 9.1.
It glorifies the limit of conjugal love. Another aspect of the Lord Chaitanya's mercy is Madhurya. Maryadaya, glorifying the limit of conjugal love. There are 5 primarily rasasil conjunction with Lord Krishna, namely Santa, neutrality, Dhasya, servitorship, Shanta, first one is Shanta, neutrality, Dasya, servitorship, Sakya, friendship, Vatsalya, fraternity, and Madhurya, conjugal love. By an By an unbiased comparison, one finds that Madhurya Rasas the topmost, and the Srimad Radharani is the epitome of all the devotees in the Madhurya Rasa. Even Krishna desires to understand the greatness of her love and experience the happiness that she obtains by serving Krishna. Thus, Krishna descended as Lord Chaitanya, accepting the mood of Radharani. The very appearance of Lord Chaitanya with the emotions of Srimati Radharani is the greatest testimonial of the conjugal rasa. During his discussion with Ramananda Raya in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 8, Lord Chaitanya established the supremacy of Madhurya Rasa through the words of Ramananda Raya. Lord Chaitanya thought that the greatest aspiration or attainable goal, sadhya, for a Gaudiya Vaishnava is to worship Krishna following in the footsteps of Rajagopis, because there is no mode of worship better than theirs. Ramya Ramya Kachida Upasana Vraja Vadu Vargena Ya Kalpita. In his manifest pastimes, especially in the last 18 years of his stay at Jagannath Puri, Lord Chaitanya was constantly absorbed in the mood of gopis and experienced the ecstatic feelings of separation from Krishna. Thus, he declared to the whole world the glory of gopis of Vrindavan, the topmost devotees of the Krishna in the Madhurya feelings.
Jai Haribol. Thank you, bro. Yeah, this one, last one. Yeah. Aryan Prabhu, please go ahead.
Awakens good fortune. Swarupa Damodara Goswami mentions that final feature of Lord Chaitanya's mercy as Amada Udaya. It awakens all good fortune. Through his teachings, activities, and interactions, Lord Chaitanya mercifully awakens the greatest fortune in the lives of the devotees. Towards the end of his manifest pastimes, Lord Chaitanya told Swarupa Damodara Goswami and Ramananda Raya, simply by chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna, one can be freed from all undesirable habits. This is the means of awakening all good fortune and initiating the flow of waves of love for Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya 20.11. Nama Sankirtana Hate Sarvan Artha Nasa Sarva Subhoyodaya Krishna Premara Ulasa.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, read your Nama. Praveen Prabhu, you can read this up to. We are almost done.
The most merciful Lord. Thus, Lord Chaitanya's appearance and activities are filled with the unparalleled mercy upon the living entities in this world. Intelligent, foolish, high-born, low-born, man, woman, children, or even non-human species. Lord Chaitanya bestowed his mercy upon the animals also in Jharkhand forest and made them chant Krishna's name in ecstasy. Lord Chaitanya's supreme mercy acts as the supreme benediction upon the pupils in this world at various levels, from delivering them from the suffering of material existence to making them experience the transcendental jubilation of the love of Krishna. And this mercy is like a nectarian river flowing downstream and accessible even to the most fallen sinful people in this world. Chaitanya Charamrit Adi Leela 16.1. Thus, Kaviraj Goswami urges the readers of Chaitanya Charamrita to use their logic and reasoning to understand the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That is strikingly wonderful. Chaitanya Charamrit Adi Leela 8.15. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kara Bichara Bichara Karile Chitte Pave Chamtakara.
Chamatkara. Haribol. There is a Prabhu's introduction. Gauranga Darshan Prabhu ki Jai.
Yeah.
He has captured from Chaitanya Charitamrita the important verses in connection with this topic. Mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, characteristics. So this is the beauty of these, Vaishnava devotees, scholars. They read in and out of the scriptures, and so he's wonderfully writing all the books recently. since last couple of years. He is coming up with the Subodhini books and some children books. Right. So great. Thank you so much, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. Thank you all devotees. Let us recite one prayer all together, and that regular we recite, right? Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Before that, I wanted to song this one, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. We can sing that. Yesterday in our music class also they taught.
Mother,
Yesterday in music class also, Swarup Damodar Das Prabhu. I am learning from him. So he taught this song.
this
I
one,
cannot sing with you.
this one,
Yes, Prabhuji.
nice. Let me. You want to sing? Then you are a expert singer. It seems with.
Oh, Prabhuji, what are you saying? You sing, I'll follow.
Prabhuji, Shirisha wants to sing.
Yeah, then but he can sing, Mataji. Yeah, please.
Shirisha
Sing.
Mata.
Can I start, Prabhuji?
Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya karo more Toma bina ke doyalo jagat samsare patita pavana hetu tava avatara mosama pratita prabhu nape beara aha prabhu nityananda premananda sukhi kripa balokana karo ami boro dukhi doya koro sitapati advaita gosai tava kripa pale pai chaitanya nitai gora premaya tanu pandita gadadhar Srinivasa Haridasa Doyara Sangara Aha Swarup Sanatana Rupa Ragunata Pattajuga Shri Jiva Aha Prabhu Lokanata Doya Kuru Shri Acharya Prabhu Srinivasa Ramachandra Sangamage Narottama Dasa.
Haribol, Shirisha Mataji ki jai. మీరు ఇప్పుడు గౌడియ వైష్ణవి అయ్యారు. ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ గౌడియ వైష్ణవీస్. వైష్ణవ.
Sorry, Prabhuji, some lyrics are missed. Means
ఏం కాదు, అంతే ఓకే. భావగ్రాహి జనార్దన, భావగ్రాహి చైతన్య. శ్రీకృష్ణ చైతన్య ప్రభు దయా కరో మోరే తమ బినా కే దయాలో జగత్ సంసారే. You can go through the translation. I'll send that link. And this one, let us read. Let us do that all together. Namo Mahavadanyaya. Please recite us. Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Is that correct only? Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Krishnaya Krishna
Chaitanya.
Namne Gaurav. Correct. But again, I'm reading, I'm reciting. Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishnaya Chaitanya.
Namne Gaurat Vishay Namaha.
Namine Gaurav Namaha.
So one time we'll read that song. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Chandra Gaura Bhakta
Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Gaura
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Gaura
Bhakta Vrinda.
Thank you so much, Prabhujis and Matajis. Wish you all a very happy advanced Gaur Purnima. Please join tomorrow morning session and start evening temple is there, and in our satsang green ways program there evening festival of deities. Please give us your association. Let us celebrate and let us show our love towards Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu by doing various number of services. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Translated Greeting ki jai. Hidai Gaura Hari Premanande.
Hari Bo.
Have a happy Krishna conscious day. Hari Bol. Thank you,
Thank you.
Mataji.